What would happen if one of the most meta-defining characters in the game right now, a character who's consistently remained at the very top tier, suddenly got replaced by a brand new unit? It sounds pretty controversial and honestly quite shocking, but that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. Alright, today, we're going to discuss another upcoming character that's just as interesting, Robin SP. As many of you already know, Robin is also expected to receive an SP version sometime during the 4.x patches, and today we actually have quite a bit of new information regarding her that we need to break down. As always, everything mentioned in this video comes from sources that are generally considered fairly reliable. The first and most basic piece of information comes from Mortis via Galaxy Leaks, and it concerns one of the most important aspects of any character, their path. According to Mortis, Robin SP will follow the path of Remembrance. This is definitely interesting and somewhat surprising, considering it's completely different from the original Robin's path. Unfortunately, Mortis didn't provide any information regarding her element, so we'll have to wait for further leaks before we know exactly what path and element combination she'll have. In a separate post, Mortis also revealed that Robin SP will be part of the Memo Sprite team. This means Robin SP likely won't be similar to Aglia, who is technically a Remembrance character but isn't usually played in a full Remembrance lineup. Instead, Robin SP appears to be much closer to Castor Ice, who is typically used in a dedicated Remembrance team. Still from Mortis, there's another piece of information about Robin SP that's both confusing and very interesting to discuss. Mortis stated that Robin SP was designed with the assumption that Evernight only buffs Memo Sprites. If a character can deal damage by herself, then she is not so suitable with Evernight, right? Evernight buffs only Memo Sprites, since all her preset teams contain Evernight. And this is where things start getting confusing. Based on previous information from Sakura Haven, which we've already discussed before, Robin SP is rumored to have an enhanced basic attack that could potentially be her primary source of damage rather than her Memo Sprite. If that's true, then why do all of her preset teams include Evernight, whose buffs specifically only apply to Memo Sprites? It's a pretty interesting contradiction, and right now we don't really have a definitive answer. There's always the possibility that some currently unrevealed part of Robin SP's kit explains how she can take advantage of Evernight's Memosprite-focused buffs. If any of you have your own theories or explanations regarding this interaction, feel free to share them in the comments below. The next piece of information also comes from Mortis, but this time it's not about gameplay, it's about Robin SP's release schedule. Based on older information from Mortis, we already knew that Robin SP would be released in version 4.5 alongside Aventurin SP. However, it wasn't clear whether Robin SP would appear in Phase 1 or Phase 2. Now, Mortis has confirmed that Robin SP is scheduled for the first phase of version 4.5, meaning Aventurin SP will likely occupy the second phase banner. Interestingly, another source known as Uncle Y claimed that Aventurin SP was originally planned for the first half before being moved to the second half. However, Mortis immediately pushed back against that claim, stating that Robin SP was never planned for the second half in the first place. So according to Mortis, Hoyoverse had already decided from the very beginning that Robin SP would be a first-half character. Now let's move on to the most controversial piece of information, the one that's generated the most debate so far. This leak comes from a different source, Full Stop Chan via HXG Leaks. In their post, they repeated the same information regarding Robin SP releasing in the first banner. However, the next statement is where things get really interesting. According to them, Robin SP is expected to become the character that replaces Castor Ice in Remembrance team compositions. Yep, you heard that correctly. Robin SP is rumored to be the new character that replaces last year's anniversary character, Castor Ice. A character who, even today, remains incredibly meta. A character who continues to sit comfortably at the highest tier across all three endgame modes more than a year after her release. Castor Ice is actually one of the rare characters in Honkai Star Rail that managed to maintain a consistent T0 ranking for an entire year. Because of that, it's completely understandable why many players find Full Stop Chan's statement difficult to believe. There are also several objections to the interpretation of the word replace. How could a brand new character, who isn't even a main push unit or anniversary character, immediately replace Castor Ice in a team archetype that's already proven to be extremely strong? After all, Mortis only stated that Robin SP is a Remembrance character and that her preset teams include Evernight. That's it. There was never any explicit statement suggesting that Robin SP would directly remove Castor Ice from the meta or take her place outright. And honestly, there are plenty of other possibilities that sound much more reasonable. For example, Robin SP could end up replacing Cyrene instead, allowing Cyrene to be moved into another team. Or maybe Robin SP becomes the character that splits the Remembrance archetype into two separate teams. Basically, Castor Ice and Evernight could end up on different teams. Robin SP would play alongside Evernight, while Castor Ice would anchor a separate Remembrance lineup. If that's the case, then for players who own Evernight but don't have Castor Ice, Robin SP could end up being a fantastic option for completing their team. Although, to be fair, Evernight doesn't necessarily have to be paired with Castor Ice in every situation. Personally, scenarios like these make a lot more sense than assuming Robin SP is simply direct power creep for Castor Ice. Because at the end of the day, full Remembrance teams are still incredibly strong. They're still relevant. They're still highly competitive. If the team is already performing extremely well, why would Hoyoverse suddenly introduce a character whose sole purpose is to replace Castor Ice directly? Wouldn't it make more sense to do something like that once the team actually starts falling behind and becomes less relevant in the meta? Of course, it's still way too early to draw any firm conclusions. We'll need to wait for more complete kit leaks before we can truly understand Robin SP's role and position within the meta. So what do you guys think about all of this? Do you believe Robin SP will actually replace Castor Ice in Remembrance teams? Or do you think it's more likely that she'll split the Remembrance archetype into two separate team variations? Let me know your thoughts and theories in the comments below. With that, we've reached the end of today's discussion. Thank you all so much for watching all the way to the end. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to share it with your fellow Honkai Star Rail players so they don't miss out on the latest information. And as always, your support through likes and subscriptions helps the channel tremendously and allows me to keep creating informative content in the future. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next discussion.